This just came in. My wife purchased it. We're looking to replace the kitchen sink. So we're gonna open it. As I open it, hopefully I'm playing a description. If I'm not, then you'll just hear some music. I know nothing about this product. That's why I have nothing to say until the end. I'm a regular person. I'm not an expert in anything, especially plumbing. But I hope this is a simple device or product to install. A person who's never installed one, let's see if I can do it. All right, so here's the description while I'm opening it.
Pfister Zuri single-handle pull-down sprayer kitchen faucet with soap dispenser in polished chrome model GT529-MPC. Paid $97.62. Retails for $244. Home Depot. https://www.homepit.com/p/fister-zuri-single-sprayer-kitchen-faucet-with-soap-in-PC /20469341 ? Keyword equals GT529 MPC in semantic token equals 200,300,000,1,110,200,053,0124959557934S0F9 plus 200,300,000,1,110 plus %3E plus CNN %3A %7B 14 divided by 3A1 divided by 7D plus CNR %3A %7B 7 divided by 3A1 divided by 7D plus CNP %3A %7B 10 divided by 3A0 divided by 7D plus CND %3A %7B 4 divided by 3A0 divided by 7D plus CNE %3A %7B 8 divided by 3A0 divided by 7D plus CNB %3A %7B 9 divided by 3A0 divided by 7D plus CNS %3A %7B 5 divided by 3A0 divided by 7D plus CNX %3A %7B 3 divided by 3A0 divided by 7D plus ST %3A %7B GT529 MPC %70 %3 AST plus US %3A %7B 0 divided by 3A1 divided by 7D plus TGR %3A %7B NO plus stage plus info %7D plus QUA %3A %7B GT529 MPC %70 %3 AQUA plus SMF %3A %7B CA %2 CBR %70 %3 ASM plus NF %3A %7B1 divided by 70 %3ANF. Zuri single-handle pull-down sprayer kitchen faucet with soap dispenser in polished chrome by Pfister. 3 functions: spray, stream and pause. Advanced 4-over seal technology to prevent leaking. 1, 2, 3 or 4-hole installation, with optional deck plate included. Faucet fit 1, 2, 3 or 4-hole. See similar items. Sensor activation. No sensor. See similar items. Faucet height in 17.16. See similar items. Mount location. Deck mount. See similar items included. Soap dispenser. See similar items. Style minimalist. See similar items included. Deck plate. See similar items. Number of faucet handles. Single handle. See similar items. Dimensions. Connection size in 3/8 in. Extended hose length in 17. Faucet height in 17.16. Spout height in 9.38. Details. Color family. Chrome color finish. Polished chrome. Faucet fit 1, 2, 3 or 4-hole. Faucet hole spacing in 4 in. Centerset faucet type. Pull down features. No additional features. Flow rate gallons per minute 1.8. Housing material. Metal included. Components. Deck plate. Soap dispenser. Mount location. Deck mount. Number of faucet handles. Single handle. Returnable 180 day. Sensor activation. No sensor. Spout reach in 9. Style minimalist. Valve material. Ceramic. Warranty certifications. Certifications and listings. ADA compliant. Manufacturer warranty. Lifetime forever warranty. Registered sign. Covers finish and function for life. How can we improve our product? Information. Provide feedback. Products overview featuring cutting-edge technology and impeccable design aesthetics. Zuri is the perfect piece for the modern kitchen. Zuri's ergonomic joystick level enables smooth and precise 360 degrees movement for exceptional volume and temperature control. The 3-function pull-down spray head offers spray, stream, and pause functions, all accessible with a touch of a button. Enhanced roaming weight provides speedy spray head retraction, and our AccuDock system keeps the spray head securely in place. Combining high-tech functionality with minimalist design, Zuri is truly a faucet unlike any other. Forever Seal features advanced ceramic disc valve technology with a never-leak guarantee 1, 2, 3 or 4-hole installation, with optional deck plate included. Meets in SF LED standards. High arc pull-down swivel spout. 3 functions, spray, stream and pause. Faucet includes 36 inches integrated nylon supply lines with 3/8 in female fittings. No need to purchase separate water supply connection lines. Includes matching soap dispenser, single metal lever handle. ADA compliant forever warranty covers finish and function for life. Faucet can be installed with or without included deck plate. Escutcheon: how to install a single handle kitchen faucet. Info and guide. Specification. Installation guide. Warranty. You will need Adobe registered sign, Acrobat registered sign, reader to view PDF documents. Download a free copy from the Adobe website. Brand Pfister name. Zuri single handle pull down sprayer kitchen faucet with soap dispenser in polished chrome. Price $9,762, $244.05. Save $146.43. 60% faucet fit 1, 2, 3 or 4. Hole sensor activation. No sensor features. No additional features. Faucet height in 17.16 style. Minimalist mount. Location deck mount included components. Deck plate, soap dispenser. Number of faucet handles. Single handle. How to install a kitchen faucet. Time required under 2 hours. Difficulty intermediate. Upgrading your faucet is an affordable way to improve the convenience and functionality of your kitchen. Depending on the number of holes in the style of your kitchen sink, the process will vary, but is still fairly easy. This guide will show you how to remove your old kitchen faucet and give you step-by-step instructions on how to install a single-handle faucet or two-handle faucet, so your kitchen can be back up and running in no time. Tool: screwdriver set. Screwdriver sets. Shop product: adjustable wrenches. Adjustable wrenches. Shop product: pipe wrenches. Pipe wrenches. Shop product: bath towels. Bath towels. Shop product: flashlights. Flashlights. Shop product: tube cutting. Tube cutting. Shop product: materials. Lubricants, grease and funnels. Lubricants, grease and funnels. Shop product: pull-out faucets. Pull-out faucets. Shop product: bar faucets. Bar faucets. Shop product: pipe putty and sealants. Pipe putty and sealants. Shop product: all-purpose cleaners. All-purpose cleaners. Shop product: supply lines. Supply lines. Shop product: how to install a kitchen faucet. Time required under 2 hours. Difficulty intermediate. Upgrading your faucet is an affordable way to improve the convenience and functionality of your kitchen. Depending on the number of holes in the style of your kitchen sink, the process will vary, but is still fairly easy. This guide will show you how to remove your old kitchen faucet and give you step-by-step instructions on how to install a single-handle faucet or two-handle faucet, so your kitchen can be back up and running in no time. Tool: screwdriver set. Screwdriver sets. Shop product: adjustable wrenches. Adjustable wrenches. Shop product: pipe wrenches. Pipe wrenches. Shop product: bath towels. Bath towels. Shop product: flashlights. Flashlights. Shop product: tube cutting. Tube cutting. Shop product: paint buckets and lids. Paint buckets and lids. Shop product: safety glasses and sunglasses. Safety glasses and sunglasses. Shop product: materials. Lubricants, grease and funnels. Lubricants, grease and funnels. Shop product: pull-out faucets. Pull-out faucets. Shop product: bar faucets. Bar faucets. Shop product: pipe putty and sealants. Pipe putty and sealants. Shop product: all-purpose cleaners. All-purpose cleaners. Shop product: supply lines. Supply lines. Shop product: pull-down faucets. Pull-down faucets. Shop product: standard spout faucets. Standard spout faucets. Shop product: before installing a new kitchen faucet, be sure to go underneath your kitchen sink and check how many holes your existing sink uses. While a one-hole faucet can work in a two-hole sink, the same won't be true for a two- or three-hole faucet in a one-hole sink. Since much of the job will be done on your back, a pillow will make the work easier to bear. Having a flashlight handy may also be helpful. along with a shallow pan and a couple of old towels standing by to catch any water. You should wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from falling debris. Clear out all of the products and supplies under the sink. If you have an electrical outlet beneath your sink, turn off power to it before you remove the old faucet. We will show you how to install a single-handle kitchen faucet first, as well as how to install a two-handle kitchen faucet. Let's start with the single-handed kitchen faucet. To shut water off its supply valves, reach in underneath the cabinet and shut off the hot and cold water supply valves by turning them clockwise. If you don't have stop valves already installed, you'll need to turn off the water to the entire house. If you have difficulty, try using a rag or a pair of pliers to improve your grip. With the water turned off, open up the faucet handles to relieve any pressure in the lines. 3. Disconnect water supply lines. To remove the old faucet, you'll first need to go under the sink and disconnect the supply lines that run from the faucet down to the hot and cold valves. Each supply line is connected to the corresponding valve by a threaded nut. Use an adjustable wrench to remove each nut by turning it counterclockwise. As you do, make sure you stabilize the water pipe while you loosen the supply lines to prevent compromising the connections behind the cabinets. Once you've disconnected the water supply line on one side, repeat the process for the other side. If the valve drips even though the handle is turned completely off, it means you have a faulty valve. You'll need to turn off the water to the entire house to replace it. For remove faucet connections, you'll need to take out the old supply line connections to your faucet before you can remove it. On a two-handle Sinterset faucet, the two water supply lines are connected directly to the hot and cold valves. Because the mounting nuts securing the faucet are installed first, you'll need to unscrew the supply line connections before you can remove them. For a single-handle faucet, all of your water connections will be part of the spout assembly, since there are no hot and cold handles. On faucets like this where the supply lines are built into faucet, any mounting hardware is made to slide directly over the lines. Some faucets also have diverters with a separate supply line that connects between the spout and a side sprayer. You'll need to disengage this connection before you can remove the faucet and sprayer. 5. Faucet removal tools. One of the difficulties in taking out the old faucet is reaching up into this tight space and gaining enough leverage to remove the connections. There are a couple of tools that will make this job easier. A basin wrench contains a ratcheting head with teeth designed to grip hard-to-reach retaining nuts behind the sink. The handle pivots 90 degrees, allowing you to turn it from below. The Model 2006 Faucet and Sink Installer is a multi-purpose tool designed for several under-the-sink applications. After unscrewing the nuts connecting the supply lines to the hot and cold valves, use the basin wrench to take off the nut connecting the diverter to the sprayer hose. If you're positive you won't be using the old faucet again, you can cut the line with a pipe or tubing cutter. Once you've disconnected all of the water lines under the sink, you're ready to remove the mounting hardware. 6. Remove the old faucet. Tip: if any nuts or mounting hardware are rusted or difficult to remove, apply a penetrating oil like PB Blaster to loosen. Give it time to soak in. You may need more than one application. The old faucet will be connected to the underside of the cabinet by some type of mounting hardware. A single-handle kitchen faucet will typically have the mounting hardware connected to a single shank that contains the hot and cold supply lines. For a two-handle Sinterset faucet, the mounts will usually be found on the hot and cold valve bodies. You'll need to remove all of the mounting hardware in order to remove the faucet. With the mounting hardware removed, the faucet should lift out. You may need to apply pressure to break any caulk seal. When you're finished, clean the area around the sink with an approved cleaner before installing your new faucet. 7. Choose the right replacement faucet. The number and placement of the holes in your countertop or drop-in sink will determine the type of faucet you can put in. You may have anywhere from 1 to 4 holes. The 4th hole is typically used for a sprayer or soap dispenser. The distance between the holes is called the spread, and you can determine your spread by measuring between the centers of the 3 main holes. An 8-inch spread on center is the most common, and is necessary to fit most Sinterset faucets. Single-handle kitchen faucets also make great bar kitchen faucets. 8. Select faucet features and options. A Sinterset faucet is any one where the handles and spout are all part of one single unit. A two-handle Sinterset has separate hot and cold handles that are connected to the base. These fit cleanly into the outside holes. A single-handle Sintersit faucet has a handle connected directly to the spout. You can either mount it directly to the countertop for a one-hole installation, or use an escutcheon plate, also called a deck plate, that will cover up the two outside holes. Another option is a widespread faucet, where the handles and the faucet are separate individual units. These can be installed with any spread. Consider if you want different features such as a pull-down kitchen faucet, which can help with cleaning both the sink itself as well as dishes. Finally, if you'd like a sprayer, but you don't have enough holes in your countertop, you might consider a pull-out sprayer. These are part of the spout, and they'll pull out and retract as needed. 9. Installing a single-handle faucet. For this project, we're installing a single-handle Sintersit faucet with an escutcheon plate. The hot and cold supply lines are built directly into the faucet, and it also has a diverter, which will connect to a side sprayer. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions for the proper assembly of your new faucet. If you're doing a one-hole installation, you will not use the escutcheon plate. There should be separate components supplied with your faucet if you're planning to use this configuration. But if you have a three-hole installation, the escutcheon is needed to cover up the two outside holes. It should also have a gasket to seal the gap between the escutcheon and the...
These are all the leftover parts. These are the old parts, old part. This is if you want to use it without the cover, old part. Okay, beautiful. So we have a sponge? Okay, we don't know where the sponge is.
It's down somewhere.
Okay, so I just want to make sure this works. I'll put it on the SOS pack and see if it works. Oh, there it is. Came out. Can you put the pad underneath so I can put soap on it? Some washing dishes in the sink. You can now. Oh, awesome. It works really well. I like it. Looks very nice. Alright, so I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps. Thank you. Bye.
Countertop. A single-handle faucet has hot and cold valves that are part of the spout assembly. In many cases, it will also have flexible supply lines built in as well. Some faucet types have state-of-the-art supply lines called PEX tubing already installed as part of the hot and cold valves of the faucet. On other faucets, the hot and cold valves have a threaded nut, and you'll need to attach your own flexible supply lines. This is typically a 1/2-inch male connection coming out of the faucet. Make sure you use Teflon tape on the threads before installing. For your single-handle faucet, the built-in supply lines will come labeled as hot and cold, and you'll need to connect these to the corresponding water supply valves. 10 anchor hot and cold valves. For single-handle faucets, the mounting hardware usually connects to the shank below the deck. This unit has a washer that goes against the countertop, and a mounting nut with 3 mounting screws that tighten up against it. Other faucets will have different mounting hardware, and some manufacturers may have additional hardware for thin decks. Place the gasket onto the underside of the escutcheon plate, slide it over the supply lines and onto the shank of the faucet, positioning it on the mounting surface. The escutcheon should cover the first and third holes. Under the sink, screw the nut all the way up until it's a 1/2 inch below the surface. Then tighten down the mounting screws evenly until the faucet assembly is tight against the underside of the cabinet. Before tightening everything down completely, have someone help you make sure the faucet is lined up properly behind the sink. For a two-handle faucet, A two-handle faucet will typically have a threaded shank coming out of each of the hot and cold valves. These are usually half-inch threads, and you'll need to connect a flexible supply line to each one. On this Interset faucet, the water lines connecting the valves to the spout are built into the faucet itself, but on other types of faucets like a widespread, the connections between the valves and spout are handled below. If your unit does not come with built-in supply lines, make sure you purchase the correct sized flexible supply lines to fit your particular configuration. Take a small strip of Teflon tape and wrap it clockwise around the threads. This acts as a lubricant, allowing you to make a tighter connection. Screw the nut on by hand, and then tighten it down as much as you can with a wrench. Do the same step for the other side. 11 hot and cold valves. A single-handle faucet has hot and cold valves that are part of the spout assembly. In many cases, it will also have flexible supply lines built in as well. Some faucet types have state-of-the-art supply lines called PEX tubing already installed as part of the hot and cold valves of the faucet. On other faucets, the hot and cold valves have a threaded nut, and you'll need to attach your own flexible supply lines. This is typically a 1/2-inch male connection coming out of the faucet. Make sure you use Teflon tape on the threads before installing. For your single-handle faucet, the built-in supply lines will come labeled as hot and cold, and you'll need to connect these to the corresponding water supply valves. 12 Installing two-handle faucet. Tip: two-handle faucets are sometimes referred to as bridge kitchen faucets. Keep this in mind while you're shopping. For this project, we're installing a two-handle Interset faucet with an escutcheon plate, also called a deck plate. The deck plate slides over the underside of the faucet body. This helps keep moisture from getting between the countertop and the faucet. Other faucets may have a rubber gasket or something that performs a similar function. If your faucet requires sealant, apply a 1/4-inch bead of plumber's putty around the base of the faucet. Before you set the faucet into the holes, all the undercarriage components must be assembled correctly. This faucet also has a diverter, which connects to a side sprayer. You will only have this feature if you purchase a faucet with a sprayer option. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions for the proper assembly of your new faucet. 13 Anchor two-handle faucet. Now it's time to anchor the faucet. For most two-handle Interset faucets, the anchoring nuts will go on the underside of the hot and cold valves, but your faucet may install differently, so consult your owner's manual before proceeding. Some faucets will have different mounting hardware, and some manufacturers may have additional hardware for thin decks. Screw the anchoring nuts onto the threaded valves, and tighten them all the way up against the underside of the countertop or drop-in sink. Before tightening the nuts down completely, have someone help you make sure the faucet is lined up properly behind the sink. Hand tighten only, and take care not to crack the surface. Next, anchor your hot and cold water valves using step 10. 14 Connect water supply lines. Now, connect each of the supply lines to the corresponding water supply valve. This is typically a 3/8-inch fitting in most homes. Wrap the threads of each valve with a strip of Teflon tape, again wrapping it clockwise around the threads. Screw on each nut by hand and tighten it down with an adjustable wrench. As you do, make sure you secure the pipe for the water supply valve running into the wall so you don't damage any connections. Once you've finished one side, repeat this process for the other side. 15 Turn water on. With the water supply lines connected, turn the water back on at the hot and cold valves. Test out the operation of your faucet and sprayer. Then, carefully check to make sure there are no leaks. If you detect a slight drip, use a wrench to tighten the connections until the leak stops, but do not over-tighten. If you're still having difficulty, turn off the water, unscrew the nut and add another layer of Teflon tape to the threads. Reattach the supply line, tighten it down, and turn the water back on. Make sure your connections are leak-free before proceeding. 16 Flush the lines. Once you've installed your new faucet, it's a good idea to flush it out to remove any debris that may have accumulated in the lines. Unscrew the aerator from the shaft of the faucet. There may be a tool for this that comes with your faucet, or you may be able to do it by hand. With the aerator removed, turn the handle on full blast and let it run for about a minute. Then, shut off the water and replace the aerator. Regular cleaning and maintenance of your faucet will help give you a free use for years to come. 17. Installing a sprayer. Many faucet styles are sold with or without a side sprayer option. If you wish to install a separate sprayer in a fourth outside hole, you'll need to purchase a faucet that has that feature. Here's how to install a kitchen faucet with a side sprayer. If your sprayer base requires sealant, apply a 1/4 inch bead of plumber's putty, with a rubber gasket placed onto the shank. Insert the sprayer hose guide into the fourth outside hole. From below, screw the connecting nut onto the shank and up against the underside of the countertop. You may need to have someone hold it from above as you tighten it down. Feed the sprayer hose down through the hose guide. One end of the hose should already be attached to the sprayer head. Under the sink, connect the other end of the hose to the faucet's diverter. This is the valve on the underside of the spout assembly. Many connections will just snap or slide into place. This faucet has a quick connect feature that attaches the end of the hose to the diverter. Your sprayer may attach differently, so consult your owner's manual for complete instructions. If you want to learn more about how to install a kitchen faucet with spray, check out our guide. Ready to find the supplies you need in your local store? Use the Home Depot app to locate products and check inventory. We'll take you to the exact aisle and bay.